Hey boys and girls, Mr. D. In this video, when you're done watching this, you will be masters of identifying congruent triangles, whether they're congruent or not. If they are congruent, you'll be able to identify what makes them congruent. Okay, so let's take a look here. There's some basic definition here you've got to copy down, basic concept I should say, and that is in order to prove that two triangles are congruent, we need to show that the following parts of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding parts of the other triangle. Alright, so there's three ways that we can do this. It's through if they have three congruent sides, or we say side, side, side. So the sides of one triangle, all three sides are congruent to their corresponding sides in the other triangle. Or we could have side, angle, side. So it has to be in that order as you follow through: side, angle, side. So, and then there's angle, side angle. So we'll take a look at each of these examples here. So if you need to, pause the video, copy that down, and then we'll move forward. So hopefully you have that previous slide all set. Here's an example 1. So just so we can identify a couple things here. We have triangle ABC and triangle XYZ. If you notice these, we call these tick marks. So the fact that side AC has one tick mark and side AZ has one tick mark, that means that AC is equal to XZ. So AC is equal to XZ. These would be considered corresponding sides. So AC is the partner to XZ, essentially. That's what we mean by corresponding sides. Alright, BA, if you look, BA has two tick marks on it, and so does YX. So they are corresponding sides, and they are also congruent or equal. And then we have our last sides, BC is equal to YZ. Okay, and they both have three tick marks. So if you look, we have a side, and a side. So in other words, this is side, side, side. We have three pairs of congruent sides. Okay, so we can say triangle ABC is congruent, and this means congruent right here. Equal sign with the squiggly line on top of it. Maybe I should have put that here as well. I'll fix those up real quick. Okay. So congruent, that's the sign for congruent. So triangle ABC is congruent to, and you got to make sure you write it with the corresponding letters. So for example, the corresponding point to A is point X. So since A is in the first spot of the name, X has to be in the first spot of the name. And our second spot of the name is B, so the corresponding point to B in the other triangle is Y, so you have to put the Y there. And then C goes with the Z. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ by, and we just write S, 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 which stands for side, side, side. Right, we have three sets of congruent sides. Take a look at another example here. So here we've got triangle DOG and triangle CAT. So if you look, DO has one tick mark, and so does CA. So we know that DO is congruent to CA. If you look here, angle A has one arc, angle O has one arc. That means they are congruent. And then OG is two marks, and AT is two marks, so those sides are congruent. So here what we've got is we've got triangle DOG is congruent to triangle CAT by, and so which of these three methods would be that? So is it side, side, side? Well, no, we don't know about this side. It sure looks like it, but we don't know for certain, so we can't go by side, side, side. Side, angle, side. So we've got a side, and if we walk ourselves around the triangle, we get a side that is the same. Then we have an angle that is the same, and then we have another side that's the same. Right in order. Side, angle, side. That's perfect. All right. If this angle, so this is by side, angle, side. Now, just so you get a little more understanding of side, angle, side, let's just say we had that. So now it's not side, angle, side. This is sort of side, side, angle. And these angles don't even match up. Even though they're equal, they're not corresponding angles. If you go back to your definition, it has to be the following parts of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding parts of the other triangle. So if we have it set up like this, G does not correspond with A, even though they may be equal, which certainly in this case it does not look. But let's just say they were actually equal. They're not corresponding sides. Let's take it a step further. If this was our picture, and you may want to draw this, this is considered side, side, angle. Side, side, angle. So we don't see side, side, angle anywhere here. It's side, 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 SAS, and ASA. Okay, so here we're not given enough information to prove that these two triangles are congruent in this manner. If we go back to our original setup, we certainly do have enough information. Again, the side, an angle, and then the side, all right in a row. That's side, angle, side, and proves congruency. Take a look at number 5 here. Example 3. So we've got triangle MAN and triangle CAN. So here we know angle CNA right here is congruent to angle MNA. Right? They both have one arc. This angle over here, angle A in both triangles, they're congruent as well because they've got two arcs. And obviously this side AN is going to be the same exact side in both triangles. It's a shared side. So here we can actually say triangle MAN is congruent to triangle CAN by angle, side, angle. Again, if you look, we have an angle, an immediate side, and then another immediate angle. Okay, so ASA. Let's take a look here at an example, a couple examples. Determine whether each pair of triangles is congruent. So we take a look here. I see a tick mark here. I see a tick mark here. So those two sides are congruent. UT is congruent to KL. And UV has two tick marks, and so does KJ. So we've got all three sides are parallel, are congruent to their corresponding side. So yes, so triangle JKL is congruent to triangle. We got to make sure we line it up. So J to K is this two tick side, going away from the one tick side. So let's start here, the V to U. V, U, T. And we know this because it's side, side, side. Side, side, side. Take a look at number 2 here. Well, I see one tick mark here, one tick mark here. So we know these sides are congruent. I see 2 tick marks here and 2 tick marks here. So I know these two sides are congruent. But they don't give me anything else here. We don't know anything for sure about side BD in comparison to MT. And we don't know anything about any of these other angles. They don't give us that information. It looks like maybe these angles would be congruent. Maybe these triangles are congruent. I'm not sure. But if they don't give us the definitive information, then we cannot just say, hey, you know, it looks like it. Okay, so these, not enough information. So not congruent. Right? Not congruent, or we cannot prove they're congruent at this point. Okay. Take a look at 2 more questions here. Again, here we got a common side between WY and ZX. So if you will go down this side, angle, right? The angles match up. And then we have this side right here. So we got side, right? Angle, then clearly this side because it's a shared side. Side, angle, side. And side, angle, side. The triangles are just sort of flip-flopped in reverse. So triangle, triangle, WYX, congruent to triangle ZXY. Okay, by side, angle, side. SAS. Beautiful. Alright, take a look over here. I've got BC is parallel to DC. Beautiful. Then I see some angles here. I see a one arc angle. And I see a one arc angle. Then I see a set of angles here with two arcs. You guys should know what we call these angles right here, these blue ones. Starts with a V. Vertical angles. Okay? So we got vertical angles right here. If you look angle, side, angle. Starting with the red. Angle, side, angle. So they are congruent. So triangle DCE is congruent to triangle BCA by angle, side, angle. Okay. Hopefully that helps you a little bit. Get started with some things. We'll do lots of practice problems when you get into class. But hopefully that helps you out. And I'll see you then. Okay, so see you in class.